Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome into another lesson. So today we're gonna watch a TED Talk video in English. It's by Matt Cutts. It's try something new for 30 days. I think it's a good video to watch for the new year. So if you guys are having difficulty with trying to get inspired, or if you want to try a new habit for 30 days, like kind of like working on your English and how it can relate to you guys. So we're gonna practice listening. We're gonna learn some new vocab, and we're gonna talk about 30-day challenges that you can do in your life. And I'll probably talk about some challenges that I would like to do maybe in my life as well. So we're gonna watch this quick video. We're gonna stop after like 30 seconds, and then we're gonna look at maybe some key vocabularies that he uses, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm about to start the video.
A few years ago, I felt like I was stuck in a rut. So I decided to follow in the footsteps of the great American philosopher, Morgan Spurlock, and try something new for 30 days. The idea is actually pretty simple. Think about something you've always wanted to add to your life and try it for the next 30 days.
So let me go back to the beginning, because I just started the captions, closed captions. Let me just go back to the beginning so you can see the first word we're going to look at.
A few years ago, I felt like I was stuck in a rut.
The first word we're going to look at is stuck in a rut. Okay, what is the meaning of stuck in a rut? When you're stuck in a rut, it's when you feel bored, you feel unmotivated. So, for example, I was stuck in a rut, so I started learning English every day. Okay, or I was stuck in a rut, so I was trying to change my job. Right, you want to do something different because you're bored, you're not happy, you're not motivated. So the synonym for stuck in a rut would be trapped, right? You feel trapped, like you can't go anywhere. And the antonym would be like you're excited, right? So I'm excited. So that's the opposite. So when you're sad and trapped, you're stuck in a rut. And the opposite would be excited. So that's the meaning of stuck in a rut. When you're bored and unmotivated.
So I decided to follow in the footsteps of the great American philosopher, Morgan Spurlock, and try something new for 30 days. The idea is actually pretty simple. Think about something you've always wanted to add to your life and try it for the next 30 days. It turns out 30 days is just about the right amount of time to add a new habit or subtract a habit, like watching the news, from your life. There's a few things that I learned while doing these 30-day challenges. The first was, instead of the months flying by forgotten, the time was much more memorable. This was part of a challenge I did to take a picture every day for a month, and I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing that day.
All right, so I want to pause it again here. So he said this time, let's go back a little bit. This time was much more memorable.
The time was much more memorable.
So the meaning of memorable is something easy for you to remember, okay? So my last birthday was very memorable because I spent it with my friends. Or last Christmas, it was really memorable because I spent Christmas with my siblings in Colombia. And it's something I will never forget. So a synonym would be unforgotten. And then antonym would be something that's forgettable, okay? So I want you guys to think, what is the most memorable moment of your life? What is something that you'll never forget? All right, let's continue.
Where I was and what I was doing that day. I also noticed that as I started to do more and harder 30-day challenges, my self-confidence grew. I went from desk-dwelling computer nerd to the kind of guy who bikes to work.
Okay, so he says that he went from desk-dwelling computer nerd to the kind of guy that bikes to work. So we're going to focus on the word dwelling, to dwell. Dwell is a verb, right? So when you dwell, it's when something bad or something annoying happens and you keep thinking about it over and over and over again. Instead of moving on, your brain just keeps playing, you keeps replaying it like a song, right? Like on a song on repeat. So this is called dwelling, right? So for example, why do people dwell? People dwell because maybe they feel guilty, they feel worried, they feel upset. So if you made a mistake at work, you might dwell on it because you're scared that your boss is going to get angry. Or if you get in an argument with your friend, you can dwell because you don't know how to fix it, right? So that's the meaning of dwelling, right? When you can't get over something, you can't stop thinking about something. All right.
Fun. Even last year, I ended up hiking up Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa. I would never have been that adventurous before I started my 30-day challenges. I also figured out that if you really want something badly enough, you can do anything for 30 days. Have you ever wanted to write a novel? Every November, tens of thousands of people try to write their own 50,000-word novel from scratch in 30 days. It turns out all you have to do is write 1,667 words a day for a month. So I did. By the way, the secret is not to go to sleep until you've written your words for the day. You might be sleep deprived, but you'll...
All right, let's stop right there. So he says you might be sleep deprived. Let's go back and listen to it again to the full context.
To sleep until you've written your words for the day. By the way, 67 words a day for a month. So I did. By the way, the secret is not to go to sleep until you've written your words for the day. You might be sleep deprived, but
you might
you'll
be
finish your
sleep
novel.
deprived. So he's saying that there's a challenge in November of people writing a novel, which is a book, and you need to write a set amount of words to be able to, I think right here, you need to be able to write a set number of words to be able to write the book in 30 days, right? And he said you might be sleep deprived, which you might not have enough sleep, right? When you have not enough of something that helps you to feel good and functionable, you're deprived of it, right? You can be deprived of food, you can be deprived of sleep, or you can also be deprived of time, right? You don't have enough time. So that is the meaning of deprived, right? So, for example, I'm so time deprived at work, I can't even take a lunch break. Or, for example, after skipping breakfast, I felt food deprived because it's lunchtime and I'm hungry. I feel like I'm missing my food, I'm missing my meals. So when you don't have enough of something again, you're deprived.
By the way, the secret is not to go to sleep until you've written your words for the day. You might be sleep deprived, but you'll finish your novel. Now, is my book the next great American novel? No, I wrote it in a month. It's awful. But for the rest of my life, if I meet John Hodgman at a TED party, I don't have to say, I'm a computer scientist. No. If I want to, I can say, I'm a novelist. So here's one last thing I'd like to mention. I learned that when I made small, sustainable changes, things I could keep doing, they were more likely to stick. There's nothing wrong with big, crazy challenges.
Oh man, my
In fact,
computer won't
there are a
pause. I don't
ton
know
of
why. But I wanted to get you guys to hear this word, small, sustainable changes. Okay? The meaning of sustainable. What is the meaning of sustainable? Sustainable is something that you can do for a long period of time, something that's long lasting, that is manageable. Okay? So, for example, walking every day is a sustainable way to be healthy. It's something that you can do for a long time because it doesn't harm you, and it's something that it's important, so you can do it as much as possible, right? So going to the gym 7 days a week is not sustainable. People can't go to the gym every day, 7 days a week, right? Me, for example, trying to make videos every day is not sustainable. I can't do that for a long period of time. I could maybe do it for a week, but for a year, I can't do that. So something that would be sustainable would be practicing English or giving videos 3 days out of the week instead of 7 days out of the week. It's something that you can do over a long period of time. Continue.
That when I made small, sustainable changes, things I could keep doing, they were more likely to stick. There's nothing wrong with big, crazy challenges. In fact, they're a ton of fun, but they're less likely to stick. When I gave up sugar for 30 days, day 31 looked like this. So here's my question to you. What are you waiting for? I guarantee you the next 30 days are going to pass whether you like it or not. So why not think about something you have always wanted to try and give it a shot for the next 30 days? Thanks.
That's a really good TED talk, I would say. To give up, when you give up, right? He gave up sugar, is to quit. You don't do it anymore, right? He gave up sugar for 30 days, and on day 30, he looked like that, right? He looked like he had a lot of sugar. Well, I can't find a clip, but looked like that, right? So when you give up something, is you quit it. So I gave up smoking cigarettes, for example, right? I gave up smoking cigarettes. I stopped. I quit it. So you can use that. And something that sticks is something similar like sustainable, something that you can keep doing as well. It sticks. All right. All right, guys. So that was this video. I'm going to give you guys a vocabulary tracker so you can track your vocabulary in the show notes so you can download it. And you guys, if you guys like this video, if you want more, I'll be making some more. So yeah, keep that in mind, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.